Hi all, welcome back once again to SAP Solution by USC channel. Today topic is to it is possible to move CL20N changes using the TR. CL21 is nothing but a assigning object to the classes, and we will discuss today what is CL20N and where we can able to assign this one and what are the details we can able to capture in the CL21. If you still not subscribed to my channel, subscribe it and click on the bell icon to get more videos. Let's get into the topic. CL21 is nothing but we can able to manage the assigned object to the classes with respect to the release strategy. We will go to the release strategy, then we will understand what are the things we can able to manage here. I will quickly going on to the purchase order release strategy. We'll go to the purchase order and I will go to the release process for the purchase order. Here initially we will maintain the classification, then the classes. Then if we go to the release strategy, we will maintain the release group, release code, release indicator and the release strategy. These are all the things we can able to capture in the transport request, nothing but a TR. Those things like those TR we can able to move from one environment to another environment is nothing but a development to quality, quality to production. But except CL20N that will contain the information of the all the release group, release codes, release class and the value threshold that need to be triggered. Those things details we can able to capture in the CL20N. And those CL21 details we can able to directly maintain into the production environment, because for this there is no TR capture has been required. But if there is any requirement like a business you want to capture the CL21 related changes that will move from each environment, then we can able to achieve this one through IDOC ALD process, like intermediate documentation through we can able to achieve it. We'll quickly go into the release strategy. We can able to see, you can see in our case we have a release group as a AA, release strategy as a R0 and R1. If the R0 once approved, that will go to the R1, that will the value threshold that will be meet. We will see what are the things we have it. You can see initially that will go to the junior engineer, then it will go to the senior engineer if the value threshold is more than the junior engineer. These things where we will to maintain. We will maintain in the CL21. I will go to the CL21, that will be assign object to the classes. Our release group is AA and our release strategy is R0, and our always the release process that will contain the class type as 032. Once you click on it, you can able to see the details. If there is release group, that will be AA and release strategy is R0, the value that will contains less than 100 USD. Suppose it's like a value of the R1 is the next of the release process, like a release strategy is like a whenever the 100 to 150 USD the value threshold will be meet, then it will need to get the approval from the R1. So these are the details we will maintain in the CL21, like assign object to the classes. That's the reason what are the maintenance we are doing in the assign object to the classes, that will be done in the each environment without doing any transport as a SAP standard process. And also we can able to achieve like in the as we set in the previous through IDOC, also through IDOC ALP process we can able to achieve it. I will just give some information as well where the details that will capture in the table level as well for the release strategy and release status things where we can able to capture. For this we will go to the table T16FS. In the T16FF, it will hold the contents of the release strategies. For that, I will give the release group as EAA. You can able to see in the EAA group what will happen. We have the two release codes, one junior officer and senior officer. Whenever the junior officer that will be get approved, then it will go to the second level approval as a senior officer along with the junior officer. Okay, then second thing, then how we can able to see the release status, when that will be released, when that will be considered a block. For that we will go to the T16FK. It will give the status of the release strategy. I will give as a release group EAA. You can see whenever the release group that will be taken as a EAA, you can see once the value threshold like a less than 100 USD, as I mentioned here, I will go to the directly go to the release group and R0. Whenever the value is for the particular purchase order net value is 100 USD, less than 100 USD, that will be taken as a one level of approval as a junior officer or junior engineer, then that will consider as a release. Okay, then the second level is I will taken as the same release group, then I will go to the release strategy as R1. You can see the release strategy as a R1 is a higher of the R0 as a junior manager. The value threshold is 100 to 150 USD. In that case, what will happen? Once that will be triggered as a release group EAA, the value threshold is 100 to 150 USD. Then system first will go to the junior manager. So you can see the release code is set as a 1 C1, that is the junior manager. Once he give the approval, that will go to the senior manager as a release code as 2. Once junior manager give approval, then it will go to senior manager. Is also once he give the approval, then only is considered as a release. In this basis, the release strategy that will be work as a classic way. But if you come to the like S4HANA, there is a new functionality that will be available. We can able to release all the purchasing document through flexible flow. This is one of the different concept. Yeah, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon.